Hi, everybody, and happy Sunday. I'm just popping up here to give you some FYI on what the week to come. Tomorrow, Murray State will be here second hour to talk to all of you dual credit seniors about possibly going there. Uh, so I won't have a Zoom meeting like we normally would at the beginning of the week on Monday. We will have one on Tuesday, though, where we'll talk about the following information. As you can see as I bring it up, this is what you're going to be doing on week 5. So this is what we'll be talking about on Tuesday. Monday, of course, Murray State will be here. So the objectives of this week is to understand the basics of gathering primary research, understand the basic structure of a report, and applying revisions as a part of the recursive writing process. So there's only 2 things you have to do, technically only one because the first one is optional. The optional one, of course, is reading Chapter 12 of the Norton Field Guide for Writing. Chapter 12 is talking about reporting information. That is the actual chapter, what it is talking about. You're supposed to do 20 annotations over that. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so I can show you this. So they start off with, once again, a mentor text. These are texts that you could possibly use to help you write your particular report that you're about to write, your essay that you're going to write, your informative essay. Annotating this, if I was to annotate this, I would be focusing more on like the structural things that the author is doing that I could possibly emulate whenever it comes to me writing my own informative essay, or observation essay, my bad. There are footnotes over here that could be beneficial to help you figure out how they go about the structuring of this particular essay. But if you want your old hum-ho type of annotations, those start about on page 146, 147. But do read the exemplar essays. They will help you write your essay. In order to be a good writer, you have to read. They both help each other out. So you need to make sure that you do both of those. Chapter 12 of the Norton Field Guide for Writing is the annotations for this week. The other stuff is we're going to talk about your observation essay and the assignment sheet and rubric. There is good news about this particular essay. They've changed it. This is the first year they've done this prompt for this essay, and they have made it easier. I have not dove super in depth with this prompt just yet, like we will over the course of these next couple weeks. But compared to the past, this is a much easier essay to wrap your head around than what the discourse community essay was in the past. It used to be this observation essay that was a discourse community essay. It's no longer that. You're now observing like a resource that you can have access to. So that makes this a much easier essay to wrap your head around and perform. So we got that going for us. We'll talk about the new observation essay on Tuesday. There's also additional information about observation essays. It takes you to the Purdue Online Writing Lab for information about that. The only actual major assignment that is due is your literacy narrative second draft. This is the one in which Mr. Wade Christian and myself will actually give you a grade on. Keep in mind, this will be probably a harsh grade, but if you follow the feedback that we tell you to a T and resubmit it for a third draft, your grade will zoom up. So if you get a bad grade on this second draft, do not be discouraged. Take the feedback with strive, implement the feedback, and you will do much, much, much better on the third draft, okay? Some people will do fine on the second draft, and you might not have to do a third draft. But this class was originally designed for 3 drafts, so keep that in mind whenever you get your score back for your second draft. It's not the end of the world. It's super critical, super harsh for a particular reason because we're trying to get you used to the recursive writing process. But that's the only major assignment that is worth 100 points. So you need to make sure you do get your second draft of your literacy narratives back. Listen to the feedback your peers gave you. Go back yourself and reread it a couple times, figuring out what things work, what doesn't work, and what you can rewrite and make better. So that is all we got for this week. Monday, Murray will be here. Tuesday, we'll hold a Zoom meeting where we'll talk about this stuff more in depth. But until the next time, I will see you all on the flip side. I've been Mr. Davidson. Peace out. Flip it around. Yo.